Your presence is heaven to me. Your presence is heaven to me. Your presence is heaven. Praise the living God. Not all things that happen in your life, not all things that happen around you, not all things that happen in this world, it means that God is the doer of it. Just because the Bible says give thanks to God in all circumstances does not mean that God is the doer of everything in this world. Just because the Bible says in 1 Thessalonians 5:18 that we should thank God in all the things because it's will, does not mean that all the things that happen in this world is the will of God. There are some people who are busy thanking God for things that God is not the doer but the devil. Just because the Bible says we should give thanks to God in all things does not mean that God is the doer of all things. There are some things that God is not the doer. The same way God does things, even the devil can do it. Yes. Hope you know the temptation of Jesus. The third temptation, the Bible says, and the devil took Jesus from the land to the upper part of the mountain, to the peak of the mountain. And told him if he was the Son of God to jump so that God would send his angel to prevent him from reaching down. So the same power, even the devil has power to do things. What God can do, even the devil can do, but in a manipulated way. No, the Bible says in 2 Corinthians that no wonder even the devil can disguise himself and look like an angel of light. There's some things that the devil is doing in this world, but just because the Bible says give thanks to God, people are thanking God. Before you thank God in all things that happen in your life, you should ask yourself, you should be careful and know the handwriting of God and the handwriting of the devil. Because the devil can do things the same way that God can move the mountain, even the devil can move mountain. Read the book of Daniel chapter 6. King Daniel's pastor declared and said that no man should be found praying to any god except from him. And it was a decree that was passed by king. But because Daniel was a discerner, Daniel never adhered to that law because it was passed by king. Daniel never thanked God for that decree that was passed. In fact, Daniel went against that law. The Bible says that, and Daniel prayed 3 times in his room facing the side of Jerusalem. He prayed, and yet a decree was passed by king himself that no one should be found poor. But this generation of ours, we are busy thanking God for all the things. There are some things, my brethren, that you are passing through. There are some suffering. There are some things that it's against the will of God happening in your life. But because people say give thanks to God, you are busy thanking God. Anything that's not for God, anything that is fighting you, anything that is causing delay in your life, anything that gives you pain is not the will of God. The Bible says that God has a good plan for us. It's not the plan of God for you to suffer. So anything that is against the will of God, anything that makes you feel